Okay, here we go. Um, my real name is Paul Forrest Rickard. Um, I live in Kiowa, Oklahoma. I moved to Stillwater, Oklahoma with my son. Was homeless. The shelter said they were going to give us a house. The only condition was I have to have my son with me and they will pay all the bills. All right, that sounds like a good deal, right? 3 days into moving into said apartment, DHL. Well, first the police were called that there were 32 calls made that I was cooking methamphetamines, which there was no evidence of that at all, or any evidence at all that I was doing it. Um, but DHS was called, and their worker came. Well, my son answered the door. I don't know, some guy. Yeah, send him back. And I was doing a balloons tournament on Twitch. I used to play balloons tower battles. I was actually a proficient um, challenger. Anyways, I happen to be recording, and I do gags and whatever. I'm a funny guy. This guy comes in. He's not wearing a badge or nothing like that, and blatantly told me, "I'm taking your son to a secure location. If you deny me, that I'm coming back with cops." And I get off the computer and I look at him. Come back with Buzz Lightyear Star Command, asshole. Who the fuck are you? Get out the fuck out of my house, dude. Don't let anyone in the house, dude. Don't let anyone off the streets in the house, man. Get this guy the fuck out of here. So I escorted him out. Police showed up. Um, took my child to the secure location, and I never received him back. And the information that they received was that he was watching pornography, and they have evidence of it on the internet. The school gave him coronavirus internet, which was supposed to be filtered. My son is a genius. He was able to explain internal combustion at 8 years old, and he built his own PC when he was 10. So take it for what it's worth. He had filtered internet, so yeah, go ahead, use the internet, do your thing. But I gave him his time alone. Apparently, he was watching pornography on it. He learned how to bypass the filter, but he was still being monitored on it. So he was taken. And after that, I lost the house immediately. So there I was, homeless, and I had court every month with DHS. And the first court date, they put him under oath. And I asked him if he had identified himself. He said yes. And then here's the videotape of him blatantly not identifying himself, not giving me a case number, not wearing a badge, nothing, not a thing, no identifier. So the judge agreed that that was a perjurous statement. He did lie under oath, which made his testimony invalid. So you'd think I'd win the case, right? Hey, case one, their primary witness is gone. No, what they did was they just put a new DHS worker on instead of him, but he is still testimony for other parents there, and there were these really slick looking lawyers all around him looking at me and pointing at me, that's him, that's him, that's him, that's him. So they continued the case, and I would go to court every month for about an hour and just listen to DHS just talk about what a piece of shit I am, because I'm a free person. Me and my son were juggalos, or juggalos. He has heard some shit. He has freedom of speech, man. If my son had anything he had to say, he could say it to me in any form or fashion he needed to come across. I don't have any problem with that. Freedom of speech is a freedom at birth. His foster mom would just block every communication I had with him. That's inappropriate. This is inappropriate. Blah, 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 blah. And I go to court, and then they talk about how inappropriate I am and how I post pictures with guns and blah, 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 all this shit. And it's just nonstop cycle. During that time, I had met a woman. She was a Pisces. She let me into her house. What got me into tarot was a friend of mine. She was a Capricorn. Um, had a reading done for her, and she went out to take her dog out, and the reader's like, "Hey, you're a Virgo, right? You know, there's a Leo doing magic on you," and went into great detail what I considered a friend at my time would do each time we would get high and go talk to himself in the mirror. In great detail, said that he was doing magic on me, and my intuition, deceptive sex and moon magic. And I knew that I wasn't going to get any more information. I had no money to pay another reader. What I did have money, though, was to get a deck of tarot cards, which I stole from Barnes and Noble. Anyway, um, so I learned how to read tarot and came to understand that he was doing deceptive sex and moon magic. And Pisces had developed a schizophrenia command hallucination called the King, basically overnight. And her friends are like, that's a bit different, and you're new, so who the fuck, blah, 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 blah. So I was set up by the Leo numerous times. The entire community was turned against me. I was told that I was molesting my son, blah 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 blah, blah, which is not the case. Uh, this Leo went to everybody I knew, and was paid to turn them against me, and that was the entire neighborhood I lived in. Um, and they were all paid and compensated for spreading rumors and lies and whatnot, what have you. Which and Also he hooked up with Pisces, which was the biggest knife in my back. And at which point I was gang stalked and set up in many different ways. And the foster mom cut communication, which she had absolutely no right to. Here's a story. I bought him a bottle of lubricant, and we went to Walmart, and the teller was like, "Yeah, that'll be $2.50." And I look her dead in the eyes in front of him and say, "How about a family discount?" And she's like, "I'm not family with you." I'm like, "Yeah, but I'm a fetishist, and I see you as like a stepsister. How you doing, stepsister?" So we dead in the eyes, and I got a family discount. Things like that. I do love my son with all my heart, and I have done absolutely nothing at all to receive such treatment. Earlier on, I have a video called Really Just Really, and I ask who's in control, and it's a reverse emperor and a reverse empress. So I a reverse empire, Well, what's all this about? Basically, I've come to the conclusion that I'm a divine feminine. Well, not the conclusion, spirit has led me to it. That I'm a divine feminine, and she's a divine masculine. And I've come to understand how the system works. They would take the masculine and they would throw them into a confusion, and then they would throw them into an off to the races kind of lustful Knight of Wands energy, to trick off my union with them. And the taking my kid away and the chaining me there and me being homeless and everyone hating me and blah, 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 blah was a part of the plan. Um, like how they depict witches nowadays with green skin and boils on their nose and toil and trouble and all that shit. Uh, just depict them negatively. I know I am a man. I'm a straight man, but I am very effeminate, and I do have feminine qualities. And I've come to realize I'm a divine feminine. Yeah, there's a lot of it. I mean, but Leo, before I had met Pisces, there was Capricorn and Taurus and all these other girls that I would meet, and then we would get along, and then he would show up and just not leave, and then show up there when I'm not there, and just you know uh, so they would get pissed at him and then get pissed at me, and then end things with me. Um, I happened about 3 times before Pisces, but Pisces was the last straw. Um, and I had learned how to read tarot. Yeah, thank you. Bye.